So my sister Emily decided to join a book club last fall, which surprised all of us because her idea of heavy reading is the IKEA assembly manual for a couch she bought 3 years ago and still hasn't put together. But she was determined, armed with a tote bag that said Literary Queen and a look of fierce concentration. The club met every other Thursday, and after the first meeting, she came home with a copy of Pride and Prejudice and announced she was about to change the literary scene forever. Bold words for someone who once asked if War and Peace was the sequel to Peace and Quiet. A few weeks went by, and every time I asked how the club was going, she'd just grin and say, "Oh, I'm shaking things up." I started to notice something odd, though. She'd spend about 3 minutes with each book, then immediately stop reading and go back to scrolling on her phone. I caught her once, sitting with Moby Dick open, staring at the first line like she was trying to hypnotize herself. When I confronted her, she shrugged and said, "I get the gist from the first sentence. The rest is just filler, right?" Things escalated rapidly. Emily's book club reviews became legendary for their brevity and wild guesses. Call me Ishmael? Clearly, it's about a guy who changes his name a lot and probably catfishes people online. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, so it's about daylight saving time, right? People started showing up just to hear how she'd interpret the first sentence and spin a wild theory about what happened next. Suddenly, the club's attendance doubled, and someone brought popcorn. Last week, I overheard her reviewing The Great Gatsby with, "In my younger and more vulnerable years my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since," so obviously, it's about a guy who becomes a chiropractor. At that point, I realized Emily was living proof that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but if you ask her, she says, covers are overrated. I just judge them by their opening lines, it's the only way to make a novel first impression.